Hi church, it's great to be with you again today. The title of today's message is Stay in the Ship, Stay in the Ship. Now if you look at Acts chapter 27, when Paul's on his way to Rome and there's a shipwreck and a storm, Paul started to prophesy to the 276 people on board on one occasion, and he's prophesied to them and he said to them, don't worry, not one of you is going to be lost. That is the revelation that God had given him through an angel. However, if we continue reading the chapter, we'll see that there's something really interesting, because Paul then goes on to say in verse 31, slightly later, it says, then Paul said to the centurion and the soldiers, unless these men stay with the ship, you cannot be saved. It seems like a contradiction almost. Paul prophesies one moment saying you're all going to be saved, not one of you is going to be lost, and then he goes on to say you need to stay in the ship. If not, you're not going to be saved. You see, often we can receive a prophetic word in our lives, but in order to see that prophetic word fulfilled, we need to play our part as well. In other words, we need to obey God too. Now, in this case, the people on board needed to stay in the ship. For me, that's an amazing picture, that in order for us to see the prophetic words fulfilled for our lives, in order for us to see the promises that God has given us fulfilled for our lives, we need to stay in right relationship. We need to stay connected to the body of Christ. We need to be in good relationship with each other, not isolated, not on our own, and certainly not away doing our own thing. And that picture is given to us and by Paul here. He said if you want to be saved, you need to stay in the ship. If you want to get to your destiny, you need to stay in the ship. So church, I encourage us to be connected to the body of Christ, to be obeying the word of the Lord, and to be in right relationship with each other, and God will fulfill his promises to us. He is always committed to fulfilling his word and fulfilling his promises. Stay in the ship and have a great day.